I'm back. Still don't have an intro. Don't think I'll ever get an intro because I'm not very good at doing scripts and stuff. But took some people's advice. I've got a little bit of a script going because I ramble on. I'm rambling on now. This isn't part of my script. I haven't even put intro. I've just put a guide to year 11 at the top, and I even drew something for you. So let's go. So I want to start off with saying year 11 is going to be really stressful. And that's because you'll have a lot of pressure, and it's not just your exams that you're going to be stressed about. It's like you've got a lot to think about. Like, I know all throughout year 11 I was worrying about sixth form. And I'm still worrying about sixth form, and I'm not even there yet. I don't even know where I'm going yet until results day. So the way I kind of dealt with that is by, like, kind of taking some things into control. So my way of taking things into control was by thinking what I wanted to do when I was older. So I decided I wanted to go into psychology. So then I worked backwards. So I was like, I want to get this job, and because I need that job, I looked at what qualifications I'll need for that job. And then from that, I was like, oh, well, I need to get these grades at A level to go to this uni. And then from that, I was like, well, I need to put this much effort in at year 11 to get these GCSE grades to get there. And also, this is really doing my head in because I can't even see the script now, but I'm sick of the ring light anyway. Try and then figure out what you'd like to do, or loosely, or something you'd like to enjoy at uni. Because if you want to go to uni, or if you want to do an apprenticeship, it is always worth working hard at year 11, because what's the point of not working hard? You've done all this year, like you've done all these years of education to finally take these exams. And from taking these exams, it could take you anywhere. If you have a last minute decision that, oh my god, I want to be a doctor, it's like you might not realise that you have to take chemistry and biology at A level to then go do medicine or whatever. I don't want to be at uni, I don't want to be a doctor. So anyway, I want to start off with explaining my year 11 experience. So for me, it was quite tough, it was quite difficult, in the sense that a lot went on for me. To start off, I was dealing with a really big court case that affected me. It affected me in year 10, but more so the sentencing was happening. It was a lot of stress on me because I felt guilty, but I shouldn't have felt guilty. There was a lot of feelings going on. I felt quite down overall. I didn't want to be in school. My attendance, I tried to have 100% attendance, but it just didn't happen. And so in the October as well, my nana got diagnosed with cancer. She had a brain tumour, and she ended up like only living for a few more months. She died in December, so that wasn't fun because I had December mocks. And so I just realised that I've said that isn't fun about my nana dying. Obviously, oh my god, I don't know how to deal with grief. Grief. I'm sorry. Soz. Just get an 8 in history without revising. Please revise for your mocks. If anything has told you from our year, from having coronavirus in our year, ruin our year, revise for your mocks. Because I didn't, and I wish I did. I only revised for the last ones, and I wish I'd done more. I really wish I'd done more, and I think you'll hear that from a lot of people. As well as that, like, it's like I had 2 concussions. It's good. In year 11, I still one here in February. So the Sunday, I had county trials, and me and this girl Tanika went like this. I gave her a split eyebrow. She gave me this lump that's still there, and it's now July. So the end of February, this end of January, I had this concussion just before we did February mocks, and I did really bad. Like, actually, I did all right, but my maths I got a 3. But to be fair, I wasn't doing that well in maths anyway. But what I achieved in year 11, I managed to go from a 3 to a 5 in a month in maths, which I was really proud of. As well as getting these concussions and feeling down, towards the end of the year, towards exam season, when we thought we were going to be doing exams, I lost a really good teacher. He was amazing, and I wish he could be here now, but honestly it is sad, but it made me feel quite motivated to do more, to make him proud in a way. So anyway, to go on with that, it's like what I went from, I think year 11 is a year where you do improve the most. In year 10, I was doing pretty well for myself, but I could have done better. I should have revised in year 10. You don't need to, but just do as much as you can in year 10, and year 11 you just need to get on with it, because there's no point just dossing about when you've got so much support around you. It's like I went from a 5 to an 8 in English literature. To be fair, I made a lot of good friends, and all throughout this, like, I was going to parties, going to work on a Saturday, I was working throughout all the holidays and everything, rugby on Sundays. So my weeks were full, and I still was managing to do pretty well towards the end. It's like I was getting 8s in English, 8s in history, and it's all because I actually started to revise. And people are like, I can't be arsed revising. I was the same. I hated revising, but to deal with your stress and the pressure that's on you, you're going to have to find a way to revise, because if you feel confident in what you're learning, then you will find it so much easier to take the exams. Like, I know I haven't taken the exams, but even in mocks, if you feel confident, you'll do better. So my first tip is to find a way to study. For me, it's like I was doing a bit of A-level work last night for practice for English. I used record cards like this size, and I'd fold them in half, and I'd show you my English ones, but I sent them off to school for evidence. And I'd write what the thing was, so I'd write the title, highlight the title, write the group it was in, so I'd group it all up and then write what the main focus was. And then on the inside, for English anyway, I'd write a quote and analyse at least 3 different ways that I could talk about that quote. So it's like for poetry, we did conflict and tension. It was, I found, well, power of nature there, power of the people here, human versus nature, like that kind of thing. And if you focus on one thing one day, and then the next day you won't have to worry about it. I found it that I studied at school. I didn't study at home. I've only studied at home because I'm bored and there's nothing else to do. But try and study at school as much as you can. Our school had a thing called the business lounge, which we had a room on the head of year corridor where year 11s were allowed to go in at lunch times and after school, and I was there till 6, like 5:30, 6 o'clock most nights. It might seem like a lot, but I'm going home and doing nothing anyway, so I might as well put the effort that I'm doing, like the effort that I'm using to put into nothing, I might as well put it into something that's going to help me in the long run. I also found like tips and tricks. So English language, the way you answer English language questions is exactly the same way you answer in your history questions. So, like, obviously not the creative writing bit, but the persuasion side of things, that can be used, and because you're putting your point across, you're having a debate with yourself. To follow on from what I was saying, yeah, history, English language, really similar. So especially in essay kind of subjects, if you find similar ways to link the subjects, it makes revising a lot easier. Talk to friends. Make sure you have close bonds with your friends, because I found that I lost a lot of friends through GCSE because I was spending every lunchtime with my maths teacher. But you're gonna end up losing friendships, and it's not even losing friendships, but like your bonds break and they break down, and that's why a lot of people don't stay in touch after exams. But that isn't always bad. I made so many good new friends, like from going to parties and things throughout year 11. It was probably one of the best years for me making friends. You just need to make sure you're making friends that make you feel good and make you happy and make things so much easier. It's like I found that friends in other years and everything, it's like they put on weight because they didn't know how to deal with stress. So talk to your friends, because I know how hard it is to lose weight, or if you're losing weight because you're not eating enough, it's hard to gain as well. Just make sure you're prioritising your mental health as well as your studies when it comes to your GCSEs. I didn't study, I didn't do any revision during half term. Obviously there is one half term where you're going to have to, and that is the half term between your first set of exams and your second half of exams, which is just do it. then don't make excuses for yourself. I'm so guilty of doing this. I do this way too much. I make excuses not to do things because I don't know why. I just do. If I was you, I'd find something to motivate you. So make yourself some goals. Like for me, my end goal is to get the job I want. So if you put that as your main focus and make that your goal, and remind yourself of it all the time. Tell people what you want to do. Make sure that people know what you want to do, because if you make that happen, if you show that you want to do that, you will make that happen. So, like I said before, find what you want to do, because sometimes that can help, or find something that makes you want to be a better person. Even just do it for yourself. It doesn't have to be for other people. But yeah, you're going to have to work hard. It's going to be stressful, but just your teachers are there to support you. Like the head of maths at my school, I would not have improved my maths score, and I could have come out with a 4, a 3. I could have maybe even failed my maths if I didn't go for some help. It's like your teachers are there to help you. They want the best for you. It's the job. At the end of the day, they've got their degrees. They've got the GCSEs that they need to have the job they want. If you want to do what you want to do, if you want to be successful, do what you have to do now, because for the sake of a year, 3 years if you're going to sixth form or college or whatever, it's worth it. Because I know I want to be rich. Like, who doesn't want to have money? Make money your goal. I don't know. Make something your goal. Just enjoy yourself. Don't completely dedicate yourself to your studies if you're not having fun. Make studying fun. Make everything fun. So, bye. So that was probably one of the worst outros I've ever seen. I've just edited my video because I got told to. So, but yeah. To summarise, just expect it to be difficult, because if you expect things to be difficult and it's a bit easier, win situation, I don't know. Don't stress yourself too much to the point where you can't cope. Talk to people. Motivate yourself, because you can't rely on other people to do things for you. This year is all about you. Make it all about you. Try your best. You can do it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.